host of 7 hills in Florida's capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend. This is the award-winning News 20 at 5 Live.
The Florida Department of Law Enforcement arrested and charged a local man today after multiple offenses. See what he did.
And legislative bills that are creating controversy. I'm Ayana Young.
And I'm Donovan Long. You're watching News 20 at 5. James Rimes, a local Tallahassee man, was arrested and charged for child pornography, drug trafficking, and possession of a firearm. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement says he was arrested on 12 counts of possession of pornography and 4 drug charges related to a meth lab found inside his home. The FDLE searched his home after determining that a computer at the home was distributing child pornography. Rimes is booked at Leon County Jail. Also, Florida State University's President John Thrasher officially became the university's 15th president on Tuesday. Chairman of the FSU Board of Trustees, Alan Bentz, awarded Thrasher with a presidential medal. Also, former FSU President Sandy Dallenberg and Dale Lick were in attendance for the 1-hour ceremony at Ruby Diamond Concert Hall. Thrasher credited FSU with giving him opportunities throughout his life. He also touched on FSU's goals and initiatives for the future. They included funding, research, and promoting the school. Also, the Florida A&M University Police Department has a lot to brag about. The department has earned its first accreditation from the Commission of Florida Law Enforcement. Now, it comes after 4 attempts and a 2-year review process, according to officials. Police vehicles will now display the achievement with an accreditation logo on their automobiles. There are only 7 other state universities that have this achievement.
The citizens of Jefferson and Wakulla County might take a costly detour to get to Tallahassee. Multimedia journalist Erica Miles tells us what might happen.
Has agreed to submit an appropriation.
Leon County Commission chambers had many in attendance to hear about the fate of a historic bridge. Chairman of Leon County Commission, Marianne Lindley, says the Natural Bridge on Natural Bridge Road in Woodville would need some fine tuning.
It's an old and historic bridge, and it's in very bad shape. It's dangerously in disrepair. The county, Leon County, has almost $1 million from the State Department of Transportation to replace this bridge.
Some citizens would agree that the bridge needs work, but others value the historic landmark and it would be a shorter access into the city. Woodville resident Darwin Uruway says with the possible detour, it takes me even longer to get to work.
It take me 30 minutes with the bridge. Without the bridge, I gotta take a detour that gonna take about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Leon County commissioners will have to talk to Jefferson and Wakulla County commissioners to find a resolution to this problem. Leon County commissioners are still trying to decide on whether they're building a temporary bridge here or to close down roads for passengers to make another detour into Tallahassee. For News 20, I'm Erica Miles.
The Natural Bridge was established in Leon County since March 6 in 1865 during the American Civil War that was fought in Woodville. Now, it's spring break season in Florida, and that means more traffic on the roads. The Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles has launched its Ticketing Aggressive Cars and Trucks Safety Campaign to reduce crashes between passengers and large commercial vehicles. Effective through March 26, Florida Highway Patrol troopers will be focusing on car and truck drivers who display aggressive driving behavior. To learn more about these tactics, visit flhsmv.gov.
And the Florida House rejected efforts of St. Petersburg Representative Dwight Dudley to repeal a nuclear power fee. Now, the repeal would have allowed companies to continue to charge for future nuclear power plants. Utilities normally cannot begin billing customers for construction costs or upgrades until generating facilities go into service. A 2006 law carved out an exemption to that policy for nuclear power. And a new bill concerning public restrooms is enraging the LGBT community. Multimedia journalist Kimberly Reveal joins us live in the newsroom. Kimberly.
House Bill 583 was passed before a second subcommittee today. The bill makes it a second-degree misdemeanor for someone to use a single-sex restroom that doesn't match the sex on their license. Representative Frank Artilli says the bill will prevent men from entering a woman's restroom with the intent to commit a crime. However, transgender activists call the legislation discriminatory. A third and final committee must review the bill before it goes to the House. Live in the newsroom, I'm Kimberly Revelle for FAMU TV 20 at 5. Back to you all at the desk.
Kimberly, thank you. Meanwhile, Florida lawmakers voted almost unanimously on a bill that will allow citizens to legally live with their significant others. Rain Rudder has more on the story.
About 1 million Floridians have been illegally shacking up with their significant others, risking a $500 fine or a $60 jail sentence. Monday, the Criminal Justice Subcommittee met to approve of the repeal to the shacking up law. Representative Dennis Baxley, who opposed the law back in 2011, voted yes for the bill after some minor tweaks were established.
This year, the bill is different that would adjust this law. The bill this year really just pulls out the piece on cohabitation. And I just felt like the sponsor, Representative Ray Winkle-Vasalinda, made a very good point.
This bill filed by Representative Michelle Vasalinda is not the same as Senate Bill 1078, which was also approved Monday. A repeal on cohabitation is the focus, but the Senate bill also includes the provision of lewd or lustful behavior by individuals who are not married. Representative Baxley still holds his viewpoints from 2011 and does not want to give up on marriage.
I just wasn't ready to give up on marriage and monogamy and faithfulness by repealing that.
Although most law enforcement rarely enforce this law, some state officials have been penalized for not holding up on the oath they took to abide by all laws of the state.
Florida, Mississippi, and Michigan are the last 3 states that cohabitation is still illegal. For News 20 at 5, I'm Rain Rudder.
Most were in agreement for the repealing of this law as the Criminal Justice Subcommittee voted 12-1.
Florida's January unemployment rate was released on Tuesday. January's unemployment rate was 5.7%, slightly higher than the national unemployment average of 5.5%. Florida added 13,900 jobs in December. According to the release, the new figures show that there are roughly 551,000 people out of work in Florida. February's unemployment rate report will be released on March the 27th.
Well, coming up on News 20 at 5, there's a predator in the water that may affect your favorite seafood. Stay tuned. You're watching News 20 at 5.